And then my favorite thing out of all of this was the Bumble ad, which was
the full page Bumble ad that said "Believe Women."
Yeah. And this is like so profane on so many levels. Like, first of all, Bumble is a dating app that's directly profiting off of
Swipe right on believing women.
Yeah, no, seriously. It's like it's profiting off of the sexual misfortune and despair of women. And notably, right, Bumble is an app that where women are or only women message first, right?
Yeah.
So like men can't message you on Bumble unless you message them first, which is disgusting. That's like it's like insult to injury, because all women want is to be pursued. Like, we want you to wine us and dine us before you try to put it in. And Bumble is actively kind of going against that, because it's like ostensibly like a dating app for like girl bosses and career women who are like too busy answering emails to suffer like the inefficiencies of courtship.
Yeah, the influx of messages from...
Yeah, and it's like so bizarre, because like somebody on Twitter actually...
Like Slack for dating.
It is, exactly. But it's somebody on Twitter had a really brilliant quote, which I'm going to read. I retweeted it. Me Too overreach and attendant leftist puritanism is actually a reactionary corrective to post-sexual revolution masquerading as female empowerment. I mean, that sounds like a lot of words, but it basically is. This is a conservative movement passing as a progressive one.
Me Too.
Me Too. And it's the underlying rage of Me Too. I've said this before and I'll say it again, has less to do with men being hostile than it does with them being indifferent.
Sure.
Women are upset that men don't pursue us anymore. And something like Bumble is literally making matters worse. So for them to take like a political stance in favor of Me Too is despicable.
I mean, I think in the case of Kavanaugh, that kind of like fratty misogyny is different than
for sure, yeah.
our milieu where we feel like unpursued and neglected. It's more of this, it is like more of a hostile
it's
environment.
It's overt male hostility for sure.
Well,
but
one of my favorite threads that was happening the day of on Thursday was like a conspiracy that like why Minor Threat exists. Like all the DC punk bands were created in opposition to that kind of frat culture.
Oh, like being straight edge.
Yeah, being straight edge. And it was just like a fun side conversation that was going on Twitter that I was like checking every once in a while. I'm like, yes, Ian MacKay must have been at a party with Brett Kavanaugh.
Because straight edge guys never grope anybody.
They never are known to date underage girls.
They're not the most sexually deviant people.
Yeah, and I definitely have never known a punk straight edge kid from a prep school.
Yeah. Yeah, but what I'm saying in a nutshell is that dating apps like Bumble and Tinder and, OkCupid and whatever helped create the momentum for Me Too.
Sure.
They created this movement, like the second leg of like the sexual revolution, which was like, the changing of mores in the 1960s was then like consolidated, corporatized in the last decade by these like
the wretched
startups.
hookup culture. Yeah.